"10-inch mini cell dream mat. Don't mind if I do." That's right, the mini cell dream mat now comes in a 10-inch wide sluice, meaning you can now stick it in your high banker as well as taking it out to the river as a river sluice and kicking ass. I'ma have to build a dam. This is always one of the hardest things to do when you're building on sand, because as soon as you increase the water pressure, all the sand gets ripped away. Right, Fernie, that's too much water. How freaking sweet is that? It took a little while because I am not in the ideal place for sluicing, but it's all set up and the cells are agitating properly. If you're a first time user of Dream Mat, this is what you're looking for. See how the heavy material is still moving around a little bit? But it's not so violent that it's like, because that'll lose your gold. Hey boss, can I get the boof of approval? This spot here used to have gold, so we're just going to dig it again. See if it's got any more. That's our first 20 shovels run, and I can see a little bit of gold in the box. Oh yeah. The problem with the mini cell mat has always been capacity, because it's always been stuck in small sluice boxes. Now we've got it in a full-size sluice, we can really move dirt. I personally do not like the big cell dream mat that comes in the traditional green color. It was like the first one they released, and I found in my area with the soils that I run, it just doesn't work. But the mini mat has always performed fantastically, and that makes me super excited to be able to finally have a full-size sluice box with it in it. I'm running a very gravelly, sandy soil with only a little bit of clay in it. Clay has always been the issue with Dream Mat. You have to have some way of breaking that up, whether that's classification or a spray bar and a high banker. Otherwise the clay will roll over your mat and out the end of your sluice. However, given we are running sandy soils, this is what 50 shovels looks like. Normally it would be so clogged with black sand in a carpet sluice I would have to clean this out, but we've got hardly any in there. 100 shovels. That is the equivalent to 33 Garrett Super Sluice pans. Including filming, I pushed through 33 pans worth of dirt in half an hour. Might be a little bit of a good idea to check to see how much gold we're not getting. I'm not really expecting to see much. I'd like to see at least a couple pieces in the test pan though. Oh yeah, we got those couple bits. Look at that, 1, 2, 3 I see. Theoretically that means we have like 33 pans. 3 times 3 is 9. That means we should have about 99 pieces of gold or so in that sluice box back there. Just stuck my shovel in right there because I got a theory that any gold is shedding out of this bank here. And you know you're working some old ground when you get an authentic relic like that popping out. How's that for a bottle bottom? 150 shovels. It's definitely time to pull the mat and see what kind of gold we got for our 3 specks per pan. Even though we were only getting 3 specks per test pan, this still could be okay. We don't know. It only takes 1 bit to make your whole day good. How easy is that? Okie dokie. I don't know, maybe we might see some okay colour, we might see some gemstones. It's used to have good gold here, but a lot of people have come through and worked it. So, you never know. Moment of tooth. A lot of very dense, fine black sand. I can see gold all through it. Oh, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna have to take that home to clean that up properly. You can see here how the fine gold just doesn't want to separate from that black sand. And that is what my miller table is for, so I shall see you there. Here I have our concentrate separated into plus and minus 30 mesh. Because we're working a sand deposit, I highly doubt we're going to get any gold in that, but we will check it for gems. I'm betting that all of our gold is going to be in the minus 30 mesh here, and Dream Mat is really good at holding on to it. As I mentioned earlier, Dream Matting excels in places that have soils that don't have a high clay content, and because we're working a sand deposit, it's highly likely that we're going to have a lot of super fine gold. A little bit of natural daylight helps gems stand out. We've got heaps and heaps of tourmaline in there, holy Jesus. And not a single piece of gold, but let's pick the gems out. There's really nothing terribly spectacular in here from what I can see, other than these pieces of tourmaline. Just there looks like to be either a piece of topaz or a quartz crystal. It is minuscule, not really worth keeping, but kind of cool. That there is a piece of mica. On this angle it looks like a piece of gold, but it's actually silver and it reflects different colors of light just depending on the angle. And right next to it we have a piece of golden citrine by the looks of it. Again, these are tiny gemstones. Hey, we actually found one nice little crystal. These see-through ones are always a little bit harder to spot just because they literally blend in with the water. These are the 2 little stones that I thought were the most interesting. This is probably a quartz crystal, possibly a topaz, and the other piece is a well-worn chunk of tourmaline. Fern has just discovered deer antlers and she's obsessed. Lots of questions getting asked about the miller table down there. The most common seems to be whether or not you should buy one of these or a blue bowl. And in my personal opinion, having used both of these now, I would buy this over a blue bowl every day of the week. Blue bowls are slow, they are finicky, they only work to a certain mesh size, and no matter what people have told me, I can't get it to not lose gold. Whereas the miller table, on the other hand, is super efficient. If you know how to use a sluice box, you're going to have no issue using one of these. Alright, here we go. We're going to find out how much gold was hiding in that sand and see how well the Dream Mat did at recovering the super small stuff. Got the last of it up on the miller table. This is where our real fine gold will be because it was at the bottom of the pan. You can see over here we did recover some pretty coarse looking gold. Coarse for sand. I want to show just how fine this gold is so you get an appreciation for how well the Dream Mat actually did and how well the miller table works at recovering at. See that little dot there? See that little dot? Let me just zoom in. That little dot right at the tip of my finger. Not that speck. That speck. That's gold. And it looks that big. As you can see, the mini cell Dream Mat excels at recovering microscopic pieces of gold, provided that you have the right soil type or the right setup to break up clay. And to top it off, if you combine that super fine gold recovery capability with something like a miller table, you're going to start to improve your cleanups because the real good gold takes are always made in the margins. It's what kind of capacity do you have to catch that small flower gold. Unless, of course, you live somewhere like WA and then you don't care about flour gold because you got nuggets. That right there is all the gold I recovered out of the sand. It's not too bad. Normally I would weigh something like that up, but it's honestly probably a 0.1, and I just wanted to show you guys what this sluice box was all about and why I'm so excited about it. I can't wait to take that box back out to a really good spot and see what it's truly capable of. But until then, that is all I have time for today. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please give your dog a big scratch behind the ears for me, and until next time, peace, and I'm out.